Thank you, everybody, for coming here to the College of Idaho after another beautiful weekend here on campus in Caldwell. And my name is Joe Hughes. I'm the Director of Athletic Marketing here at the college. And I like to think we're kind of on a hot streak right now in the last 12 months. It was May of last year that we were in this very room, and we announced the returning of the C of I football program. We were all back in here in the first week and a half of January to introduce our new football coach with the stated goals that had been mentioned more than once that we would really like to get but somewhere in the neighborhood between 30 and 35 student athletes here for that 0 year of football before we even start play in 2014, and the current number is 42 student athletes who have committed to the college to play football. And that's without a program next year to be on the field the following year. So there's some very good things happening here at the College of Idaho, including a great announcement that just shows the kind of hot streak that we continue to be on here at the College of Idaho with the athletic department and these great student athletes. So please welcome up front here our president, Dr. Marv Henberg.
Thank you very much, Joe. The College of Idaho is all about quality learning. When Amanda Frickel in November was named our 7th Rhodes Scholar, pretty good for a small institution now, our 7th Rhodes Scholar in history, that was all about quality learning. When we have had 4 of the last 7 Carnegie Foundation Idaho Professors of the Year, that's all about quality learning. When our chamber singers are invited to perform at Carnegie Hall this March, that is all about quality learning. And accompanying the quality learning in the classroom, of course, is our excellence in athletics. And coaching is another kind of teaching, and many of our coaches in this room exemplify the kind of excellence that we expect in the classroom. For instance, our volleyball team, Liz Mendiola's leadership has produced 5 years without a home loss on the court. Our track and field team, 5 national championships in the last 2 years, and we go into the competition in a couple of weeks with 2 individuals who are leading the nation in events for that, so we hope for some more. Our women's basketball team, 5 straight years in the national playoffs. And of course, we have a long legacy of that in men's basketball, and there's been a bit of a hiatus here. So it's my pleasure now, since we're going to announce a very important next step in restoring men's basketball to a pride of place that it's had for a long time. Who better than the man you all know, Marty Hawley, now athletic director, and again, I always love to repeat this, 730 winning percentage in 20 years as head coach at the College of Idaho. He knows something about the X's and O's to come. So, Marty, would you come up and introduce our new coach?
Thank you, Marv. And I have to give credit where credit is due. I wanted to go out and hire someone for this, and Dr. Henberg said, not so fast. Organize a committee made up of faculty and students and alumni, a cross-section, and it was very good advice because the committee worked very hard, and I was incredibly surprised by the caliber of the applicants. It was an excellent group, far better than I thought, and one candidate simply rose to the top with everyone connected in the hiring process, from faculty, students, and we listened very carefully to people who knew us, what C of I is about academically and athletically, and understood the type of person that it takes to succeed here. And one candidate, Scott Garson, just blew everyone out of the water. He, in many ways, people have heard me say this, and I hope I don't embarrass Mike Morosky, exemplifies what is fabulous about Mike, and that is, to me, and I think to Marv, kindness and being humble, yet very, very efficient in recruiting. And if you'd have seen Mike Saturday night at this awards banquet we went to, I know Bob was there. It was incredibly a good night for the College of Idaho. But it is my really, I'm so honored to introduce. Now I've gotten to know his family, and I knew his head coach at UCLA, and you know, the name UCLA, most people know what that means in college basketball, and Scott being under Rick Majerus at Utah and Ben Howland, I can't imagine two better mentors, and he is ready to become a head coach, and we are so fortunate, incredibly fortunate. I'm so proud that he's one of us. He's a Yote. Here's our next basketball coach, Scott Garson. Mark's going to give you that. You got to take it off after it's hot.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. And, you know, to begin with, I just want to thank a couple people that are here that have traveled a ways to be here for this great opportunity that's here in front of me. And first of all, my girlfriend Amy, who traveled here from Los Angeles and has been really incredible, been there for me throughout the last several years, as well as going through this process, and so supportive. And those of you in the room that are coaches or have been coaches know how hard it is to for that those people that are there to support you. You know, she goes through some incredible times with me, and is really there for me at all times. So I appreciate you being here. And also my mom and dad, Corey and Lee Garson, both here, and came out from Los Angeles to be here for this moment for me. And nobody could have a more supportive pair of parents than I've had over my life. And my brother and I are both very, very lucky and fortunate to have them here. So thank you guys for being here. And also one other person that's here, that's a dear, dear friend of mine, my first coach, my first head coach that I worked for, Jeff Lavender, Santa Barbara High School coach. My first years as a coach, as a junior varsity and assistant varsity basketball coach at Santa Barbara High while I was still a student at UCSB. And he moved out here back close to his hometown, just about 15, 20 minutes west here of Caldwell last year, so I figured I may as well follow him. And Jeff's here in the room today, and I appreciate him being here, and you know, I'm excited to be back close to you. So to begin with, to start off, I want to thank again Dr. Henberg, and your wife Lori is here, and I just appreciate the opportunity you're giving me to be the head basketball coach here at the College of Idaho. It's an honor and a privilege to work here at such a fine institution. You spoke so eloquently just a moment ago about what the College of Idaho means academically, and 7 Rhodes Scholars is something that just blows me away. And that's something that really impressed the people that I was telling about, my friends at UCLA, saying, wow, you know, they better look this place up and see what this is all about. And they have, and they are impressed. So I really appreciate the opportunity that you've given me here. And then Marty Hawley has been so great. I've already made a lifelong friend through this process, through the hiring process, talking on the phone, being there. I know you're there for me every day, and all of the coaches here at the College of Idaho. And you know, the only thing you know, more impressive with the friendship you've given me is your wife Cheryl welcoming me into the home, and most importantly Madison, your daughter, who is by far cooks the best spaghetti I've ever had. And I understand she's one heck of a shooter too. So, you know, I know Regan will be paying attention. But I want to thank you guys very much for this opportunity. Also, the hiring committee. Many of you are in here. I saw you already, and You know, the process was terrific. Coming out here last week, I was really blown away by the school, and so impressed in so many areas and so many facets. And I really appreciate the opportunity you've given me to be here and to be a part of your college and be a part of you know, this institution as the head basketball coach. A school like College of Idaho that values the student-athlete experience is something that's really important to me, and that's one of the things that really stuck out to me when I came out here. It very much resembles the places I've been and the place I'm leaving right now in so many ways. The fact that the academic excellence and the value of athletics being a part of that is so crucial here at the College of Idaho. And to me, first and foremost, and I've already told our team, we met yesterday afternoon, and I explained to them once again as I spoke to them during my interview process that the first and foremost, the most important thing to me will be that they are getting their degrees on time. And to have a place like College of Idaho where over 90% of the undergraduates graduate on time is just really an impressive statistic. And nothing will ever be more important to me than them getting a great education and graduating and having that degree and a very meaningful degree in that to move on with. And to have such support from the faculty, from our president, for the athletic programs is also something that struck me as a great situation to become the men's basketball coach here. The fact that so many faculty members that I met come to all of our games, all of our home games, and are so supportive of our student athletes, and not just our games, but also the women's basketball games, the volleyball games, you know, soccer, I mean, everything. I was really impressed with the fact that so many of the faculty are involved here in the athletics community, and I'm really excited about that. I'm very excited to develop more and more of a relationship with the faculty, and that's something that I enjoy. I got a great chance to sit in on Dr. Berger's lecture. He had a World War I lecture last week that I got to sit in on, and I learned a lot in that short hour, and I'm looking forward to coming around and seeing many more of those lectures and meeting many more of the faculty and staff here at the College of Idaho. It's an incredible group. And the amazing thing to me, too, and it really speaks to this college, is how many people I met that have been here for 20 years, 25 years, 32 years. You go on, and everybody that you meet has been here a long time. And that says something about this place. You know, that really says that this is a place that people enjoy being. It's a place where you can really teach. You've got a great community. You know, you make wonderful friends here within the college community, and I'm excited to partake in that and join you, you know, on the mission of this college. I'm really excited about also the opportunity, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention working with Regan Rossi, our women's basketball coach, who's done such a fine job here with, and I know you're in the back there, Regan, done such a fine job with the women's program, and I know she and I are going to be spending a lot of time together, some bus rides together for sure in conference, and you know, we're right a couple doors away from each other, and I'm really excited to work together with you on for both of our programs to be successful here and really move forward and have a lot of fun. And I know I've got some big shoes to fill and big steps to follow with all the success that you've had here in your years here. So I'm excited to learn a few things from you. And moving on to the floor and on the floor and some of the things that I want to do here as the men's basketball coach from a basketball standpoint, I'm very excited to bring an exciting style of basketball to the floor here at the College of Idaho. I think that it's really important for me that the fans are going to enjoy their experience here, and a lot of that I know has to do with the results, but a lot of that also has to do with the style of play we're playing. And we are going to have, I think that our players, already I can see their eyes light up when I talk about the style of play that we are going to play. They really get bright, and I've talked to them very much about how important conditioning is going to be. They're going to have to be in great condition to play the way we want to play, and they're going to do that. They're going to be in great condition, and I'm excited to take that challenge on with them and push them to, you know, to continue to raise their expectations of where they are as basketball players on the floor. And, you know, there is an unbelievable amount of pride in this program. I've met several of the former players that played for Marty and have played here in the past at the College of Idaho, and it's incredible how they light up when they talk about their time here and how they talk about how excited they are about College of Idaho men's basketball, you know, and how proud they are to be Yotes. And I see that pride and I feel that energy that they bring. There's an unbelievable amount of energy, excitement, enthusiasm in the people here on campus as well as the alumni when they talk about Yotes basketball. And I really want to take this opportunity to take advantage of that and bring the energy into the gym when we're in there playing. I expect to see a great, energized, enthusiastic crowd that comes, and hopefully they go home saying, boy, we can't wait till the next game. When's the next home game? We want to get back there. I know that there were great crowds when Marty was here as the coach, and really, really behind our student athletes. And I know that's really important to our student athletes in every sport, how much they can feed off of a great home environment. And so I really want to do a great job of taking advantage of the enthusiasm that I can feel from, and many of the former players are in here right now, and I want to take advantage of that enthusiasm right off the get-go and really get everybody involved as much as they can in the program, and really open my arms and open my doors to the program and make sure that all those people feel like they are still a part of it, because they are. And I feel they are. College, once you have been a Yote, you're a Yote for life, and it's very, very evident to me, and I've felt that from everybody that I've spoken to. The Cascade Conference is a very difficult conference. I understand that. It's a very challenging conference. Whenever you have a conference that's sending 4+ teams to national tournament, each and every year, minimally 3, some years 5, I understand now the difficulty of the conference. They've got great basketball in this conference. It's one of the reasons, again, one of the other reasons that I'm excited to be here is that I get to be in a situation where it's very, very competitive. I'm used to that type of competition. I'm excited about that competition, and I like the fact that there's going to be other teams in the league that are good, that are going to be trying to challenge us each and every night, and those are going to be great challenges for our players and great challenges for me. I mean, you have coaches that have been in this conference for a long time that have won a lot of games, and those coaches are going to really challenge me as a coach to improve myself on a daily basis. And I talked to our players yesterday, and I really believe this, and I take this a lot from Coach Majerus when we talk about the fact that you're either getting better or you're getting worse every day. Nobody's staying the same. And my job is to make sure that our program and our student athletes are getting better each and every day. And improving and making sometimes it's small improvements, but on a daily basis you have to continue to get better to achieve success. And that leads me into my mentors and the people that have meant so much in my coaching life, that I really, really appreciate at the college level. First of all, Lorenzo Romar, and I want to thank him for the opportunity I had to volunteer for him at Pepperdine and get me into the college ranks and really see what college coaching was all about and get a feel for it. And then, of course, my mentor, Rick Majerus, who passed on December 1st, and I'll actually be traveling home, or traveling to Santa Barbara on Saturday for a get-together with a number of coaches like myself that couldn't be there for his funeral in December. But I always say when I went to University of Utah, I got my master's in sports psychology, but I got my PhD in basketball. He was absolutely a genius on the floor, and I learned so much from him. And, I appreciate him every single day. I think about him every single day. And, he meant a lot to me in my career, in my coaching career. And then, of course, Ben Howland. And Coach Howland, the last 9 years, gave me an opportunity at UCLA to grow as an assistant coach there, to really develop incredible contacts recruiting. And Coach Howland really understood how to run an entire program, not just basketball. There's so much else that goes in to coaching basketball than just being a basketball coach, and it's getting involved in the community, it's being a leader, it's speaking with, donors and fans and alumni, and doing all the little things that it takes to be successful, not just on the court, but in the other areas outside of the court, around the campus. And for him to give me the opportunity to learn under him and do the things I was able to do at UCLA was really special for me, and I appreciate my 9 years with Coach Howland. And I spoke to him already this morning. He called me. He's been calling me like crazy just to see how I'm enjoying things and how I'm doing. And I know he's there for me anytime I need him to, if I need to make a phone call. And who better to be able to call than a guy who's coached in 3 Final Fours and won National Coaching of the Year awards several times, both at Pittsburgh and at UCLA. Who better for me to bounce some ideas off and talk to as I'm going through, this great experience of being the head coach here. So I really appreciate them, and I'm really, really excited to get started with our team. And that's what I'm excited about. We have a great group of young men. It's so apparent what good people they are. And so much of that, I think, does translate over to the court. If you've got talent and you've got high character, your character is going to come through when adverse situations hit. And we're going to have adversity throughout the season. Whether it's a tough call that goes against us, whether it's somebody has an injury, whether it's something going on in class or in your personal life, and your character is what really shines through when you go through adversity. And so it's going to be very important for me to continue what we already have here, which is recruiting not only very good basketball players and students, but recruiting kids with character. And that's something that is very important to me in the recruiting process, and that I know is very important to the College of Idaho. You want to have alumni here that really, really make you proud one day, as well as undergraduates. And so I'm excited, again, as you can tell, for this experience. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it running. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic. And, I'd be remiss also. I did want to mention one thing here. I know former coach here at the College of Idaho, Murray Satterfield, passed away this past week at 87 years old. And I did want to mention, too, as now the head coach at the College of Idaho, that both myself and the community here at the College of Idaho certainly reaches out to him and his family, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family. And I know he coached here in the mid-'70s, and I didn't get a chance to meet Coach Satterfield, but I want to make sure that his family knows that we're thinking about him. And beyond that, go Yotes. And I'm loving the Boise area already. I brought the weather with me the last 2 days. It was 75 degrees and beautiful. I mean, and I couldn't be more excited to be here and be a part of the Caldwell community, as well as the greater Boise community and the Treasure Valley, and it's going to be a great time for me. So thank you very much for having me.
If you have a couple of questions, we'd entertain a couple of questions for Coach Garson before he talks to the media one-on-one, which we will have that opportunity as well. But if there are a couple of questions.
Obviously there's going to be, there's always an adjustment period no matter where you're going to and coming from. And again, I think it goes back to the things I found out about the College of Idaho that are going to really help me in my adjustment period, is the fact that the values here are so similar to those at UCLA. And they really are. I mean, I really took pride in the fact that at UCLA, the student athlete was really, really talked about often. And that's very rare at the highest level of Division I basketball. Where it's so important to the community. I mean, our student athletes at UCLA really had a heck of a time dealing with the classes that they had to deal with on a daily basis. The average incoming GPA at UCLA this past year was about a 4.3. So, you can imagine the type of competitive environment they were in the classroom. And so I'm excited that here you've got, again, a competitive environment in the classroom that our student athletes have to be a part of. And I think that really helps me a lot. And basketball is basketball. Coaching basketball is coaching basketball. It doesn't matter where you are, what level you're coaching. My days coaching as a junior varsity coach under Jeff Lavender were some of the experiences that I still go back to right now today. Think about, certain situations that came up that helped me as a coach. So, I think regardless of where you are, who you're working with, it's eventually it's going to be the same. There's 10-foot hoops. The three-point line is right around the same area. End to end, it's about the same. So we're going to play a great style of basketball here, and I'm excited about it. Anyone
Great
else?
question, Monty. That was excellent. Are you going to feed it in you?
Woo, they threw them right at us. I know, that is important here. I've already thrown away all my hatred for USC t-shirts, and I understand. NNU is the new USC for me. So, yeah. I told my team yesterday that success for me and for them is going to be defined by what Coach Wooden, the great coach at UCLA and the greatest coach in the history of college basketball, defines success as, which is peace of mind and the self-satisfaction of knowing that you've done your best to become the very best that you're capable of becoming. That is success. My father made me memorize that when I was about 5, 6, 7 years old, as he's a UCLA grad. But that to me is success. That being said, I understand success around here has a lot to do with beating NNU. So you know, we're looking forward to you know, trying to stay in the moment, worried about today, and we'll look forward to when that game comes up.